shadows are devoured by even darker shadows, the curtain pulls back and reveals a world without light!
Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm with my buddy Logan Johnson here. He top 32'd at the San Mateo YCS, and what were you playing?
Dragon Release.
All right. And so you beat Patrick Hoban, right?
Yeah, round 4.
So if Patrick Hoban wins, this guy is his only loss. So let's just get right into the deck list.
Alright, I played 12 Dragons, the whole rainbow, 2 Corseska, 1 guard. I'd probably play a second guard. I needed one.
Would you play a second guard over a second Corseska, or would you just play 2 and 2?
I might play 2 and 2, but I don't know. I just needed tuners for the mirror match. I needed to make Blader as much as possible.
Made sense.
2 Debris, 1 Trooper, and 1 Dandelion. I like this over Trigon because I make these 2 cards, which are really broken, and this card. And then triple Maxi, Scarecrow.
What made you decide to go triple Max C? Like, there's a lot of Rogue that was still here.
I was expecting to play Dragons, which I did. I played 10 of them in my 12 rounds. So.
Lucky you.
Except in my top 32 match, game 2, I opened triple Maxi Scarecrow. And
in your feature match, you opened that?
No, in my top 32 match.
Oh, okay. And you clearly won because you're better?
No. I poked with the Maxi till he got to 4,500 life points. And then he bladered me and I lost.
What the heck?
Logan Moon, MST. I might play 2 or 3 of these in the future. It's for the Ravine and Emptiness.
Sure. And then it's not bad against, obviously, your spellbook matchup.
It's good versus everything, really.
Yeah, for sure.
3 sword, 3 consonants. I'd probably cut one of these.
Makes sense.
But if I put in the second guard, I'd keep it at
It's just because in the mirror, you don't want to discard your tuners, correct?
Yeah.
That's exactly why, I'm sure, yeah. You side those out in the mirror,
I always side
I'm guessing?
out 1 or 2, yeah. For rough panel, too.
That's fair.
Then 3 Ravine.
All right, triple Ravine.
The trap, return, Karma
Why would
cut.
you play cards like return? No, I'm just kidding.
It's really bad, actually. You have to pay half your life points to win the game. I don't think that's very good. Karma cut.
Solemn Judgment was bad, too. I don't understand why it's banned.
This is for Dragunities. You hit the Phalanx, or you can turn off a color. And for Stardust, Emptiness. 2 Emptiness and 2 Regeki.
Sweet. Sounds awesome. That looks like, it's actually not standard at all by any stretch. Was that 41 cards?
40.
40. Oh yeah, that's right. You're like really anal about it. I tried to tell him in one of his decks to play 2 Torrential, but he just sided it because he refused. He refused to play a 41st card. Anyway, let's go into the side deck.
2 Raikou. I played Raikou instead of like Fire Ferret and Exploder because it's a debris target, and it can hit back row.
That's pretty sweet, and also milling's still good.
Yeah. 2 Electric Virus. I did not like this card at all. Every time I sided it in, I either dead drew it or I top decked it late game when it wasn't good.
So you wouldn't play it? You wouldn't? Did you stop siding it like later?
I started putting it down to 1 or not siding it at all.
Oh, I feel.
Scarecrow, I never sided this.
So you'd probably cut that one then too?
Yeah. 2 MST, these went in like almost every game.
So that means you're probably going to add 1 to your main most likely?
At least 1, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Skill drains only went in versus my Fire Fist matchup.
You played Geargias too, didn't you?
Yeah, I played Geargia, Fire Fist, and then 10 Dragons. He won the game because he made Crazy Box. This one for 3,000. But I ended up winning the match.
That was against which deck? The Fire Fist deck?
Yeah, the Fire Fist deck.
That's funny, because there's a person that's sitting at this table that, like, keeps telling me to play Crazy Box in my wind-up deck.
He had, like, he had a bear in defense. Oh, no. I can't remember what it was, but he had 2 monsters. One of them couldn't attack or switch his position for some reason. So I skill drained. Now I'm thinking there's no rank 4 that's 2,900 or bigger.
Sure.
So he summons Crazy Box. And I just
Oh yeah, we forget about that card, right?
2D bunk. These went in a lot. This went in.
It's like every slow game too, right?
10 of my matchups.
Cause like, do you see it from this perspective too? Like post board Dragon deck ends up being set 4 go a lot.
Mirror Force. This went in every time I went first versus the mirror match.
Did it put in a lot of work?
Yeah, this actually went in at least every round.
Ooh, look, he's playing a super. He's a baller.
Except it's the starter deck super.
Dude, that came as a starter deck as a super? Dude, I need to get that starter deck. It has MSTs that are supers too.
Terminus for electric virus.
What the hell is that?
You
I
just-
never even seen this before.
You search it off of Ophion. You steal their Ophion, then you detach Ophion to search this. So now Ophion has no materials and you can summon.
That's hilarious. That's interesting.
Or
Would you?
you can-
You probably, I'm guessing, wouldn't side that anymore.
Well, if I take these out, I'm not gonna. You can also Big Eye their Evil Storm, and then it's like an Icarus attack.
You should side Poke Dracos. Josh Graham beat me. He put Poke Dracos. He beat me on the bubble.
The second
it?
Karma Cut for Dragunities and random rogue
Geargias?
matchup.
Like Geargias.
I didn't side it versus Geargia. I didn't like it.
Did you side it versus Geargia and he flips the Iron Wall and you just slap him?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And Dark Hole I only brought in one time.
Oh, I didn't even realize you didn't main that.
Yeah, I didn't.
So that's mostly for spellbooks, I'm assuming?
Yeah, spellbooks and just like random mermails, I guess, to hit the guy. Then the extra deck, Formula, Mistbird, Armory Arm, Orient Dragon, I made this a lot. Ancient Fairy, I made this one time. Black Rose, I made a lot. Stardust,
I'm
Two
sure you
Blader.
did.
Yeah, Two Blader's good. Scrap Dragon, I want a second one. I want like more level 8s.
Ask Konami to expand the extra deck.
Oh, please. Fighter, just amazing.
I would love it too.
Star Eater is amazing. Push through a Scarecrow.
Yeah.
One Draco sack because I only had one. So I played Gaia Dragon, and this fucked me over versus Geargia because I was thinking in my head, 2 Draco sack, 3 tokens. So I summoned the first Draco sack. He Fiendish chains it, he has no other cards. So I'm looking at my extra deck, and I only have this. So I overlaid for this in that last turn.
So,
And the
but
reason I overlaid was because I flipped return that game.
Oh,
And
okay,
he had a Wabaku.
okay, so
Geargias play Wabaku.
it's not that Gaia Charger's bad, but you'd obviously rather have the Draco Sack.
Yeah, second Draco
Yeah,
sack.
I understand that. It's so good in the mirror though, Gaia Charger, because it pierces
I
tokens.
only exceeded 4 times the whole day. I made this 3 times and I made Big Eye 1 time.
So you're basically a
And this
synchrocentric
one time,
deck
yeah.
then.
Pretty much. This was basically my dice.
So would you consider cutting Dandelion to add level 8s? Or no?
No.
Too good?
Dandelion was way too good. I would cut.
You just drew it a lot like a boss or what?
Well, if you have like Ravine, Dandelion, you go Ravine, ditch a Dandelion, send
Uh-huh.
the Tempest, then you banish the Tempest to search the universe. And then you can have.
And then you trish them? Only in the OCG, right?
Yeah, then you have access to like Orient, Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Scrap Dragon, Stardust.
That's pretty strong.
And one thing I found out today, Stardust in Emptiness is not very good. It's just,
It really it contradicts each other. It really does.
I'd rather have like Colossal Fighter Skill Drain versus like every matchup, even the mirror. I cited Skill Drain in the mirror actually a few times.
Did it depend on what variant of it was? It was
Yeah.
had to be Dragunities, I'm assuming?
Every matchup I played, I cited differently to the playstyle. Like one guy I played was playing Wabakus and Threatening Roars, so I took out the emissaries.
So your game 2 is generic, but your game 3 was usually different.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It just varied.
I feel. So was there anything that you regret about it, or any super cool stories, like the story about Orient Dragon against Patrick Hoban?
Yeah, I Orient Dragoned him twice, his HTS Psyhuman, because apparently when you maxi his Phalanx, he just goes into Psyhuman so they can't blader him, and I ditched the maxi and I summoned Debris Dragon, and he's like, that's a card. And then I poked for 23, set Vanity, and I won.
Set Emptiness, winning.
Yup.
Seems like it.
I beat Thomas Vo and Pat Hoban, which is cool, I guess. 10 mirror matches.
10 mirrors, that's insane. Oh, the disdain. No, what if anything, what advice would you give to players trying to pick up the deck?
If you fuck up in the mirror match, you're gonna lose. It's pretty simple.
Unless you have return. then it
Unless
doesn't
your
matter.
opponent's just bad or you have return.
Unless you have return.
I drew return. I didn't draw return like my first, like day 1 I didn't see return at all. In day 2 I drew it in my bubble match, both games, and in my top 32 match, both games. Or 3 games. So I drew it 5 games in a row.
The guy on the bubble that said that he was X1 until after Swiss, right? Or did you lose one? Oh no, you drew one. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So you ended up 9-1-2 or 9-2-1.
No, 9-1-1 or 8-1-1. X-1-1. And
Well, you
then-
lost one in top 32,
Oh,
obviously.
so
Yeah.
X2-1.
Yeah. So,
Pretty much a deck, yeah.
all right. Well, we really appreciate the deck profile, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And don't dislike just because it's Dragon Rulers like you did on my buddy Destin's video. Sorry, I just had to say that. TR Bailey signing out.